Hey, it's me, Hannah. Is there a better way to round out 2024 than with a 24-hour challenge? Yeah, let's pretend like the reason I'm choosing to do a 24-hour challenge is because I'm trying to celebrate the year 2024, not because I still have hours and hours of holiday gift crocheting to do. There's something about this time of year that makes me want to break out my yarn stash, ignore it, go buy a bunch of new yarn, and then cozy up and just crochet for hours. Which means that my holiday gifts typically come in some sort of fiber art. Often crochet. Although last year I did compile a number of sewing gifts if you want to check that video out. Let's talk about what I need to finish up this year though. I have already put a number of hours into this crochet gingham blanket. I've also had a super rocky start to a 6-day star blanket. I want to try to finish at least one beanie, and then I also have this hexagon cardigan that I started last year. I would love to wrap this up. And if these projects, especially the blankets, don't get me to 24 hours somehow, then I have some more granny squares I can chip away at. As for the rules of the challenge, I'm going to crochet for 24 hours in as close to a 24-hour time period as possible. I'm going to use a timer, and I plan to pause the timer for bio breaks like food, bathroom, whatever. I don't plan to do a lot of sleeping. This is not something I would necessarily recommend. A lot of other creators typically will make sure that they pause for at least an 8-hour period. I might break it up and do a couple naps here and there just to get a little bit of shut-eye and take care of myself, but in general, I'm not very good at sleeping anyway, so let's crank through this.
It's okay, I can sleep when I'm dead.
And the only other things I plan to pause for are if I have to switch my audiobook or podcast, or if I have to switch things up with my camera or my location to keep myself comfortable and to keep things interesting for you. With all of those things prepped, some comfy clothes and a fresh coffee, I'm ready to get started. It is 9:21 a.m., so let's get started with our gingham blanket. So I did already manage to spill my coffee. But I'll go ahead and take a moment to pause and give you a quick update. I did finish my first row today of the gingham blanket, which brings me to the end of the row of this color switch. And that took me 22 minutes. So some quick math. If it takes me 22 minutes, we'll call it 25 minutes to accommodate coffee spills and things like that. 25 minutes to do one row of stitches, meaning 2.5 hours per gingham row. We started this with 6 rows complete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if I want to get to 21 rows of gingham to match the 21 squares I have at the bottom and make a square blanket, that's 37.5 hours to go. And I'm going to do that within this 24-hour time period. That's a joke. I'm not doing that. I'm going to need to switch things up. All right, let me finish cleaning up this coffee and get back to it. As with most blankets, this is time-consuming. Easy enough, but time-consuming. It is just rows and rows of half-double crochet, switching colors every 10 stitches. The perfect amount of time to get into a rhythm, then realize you went 1 stitch too far, have to undo it, and then switch colors, get back into a rhythm, realize you went 1 stitch too far, and so on. But honestly, it's already so cute, and I'm already facing that issue we all have with handmade gifts. I just want to keep it for myself. I got the basic pattern explanation from daisyfarmcrafts.com, though I've only just realized that they actually use a single crochet stitch rather than a half double crochet like I'm doing. I don't know what would have been faster, but it's a little too late now, so we persevere. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. I stopped for lunch break and took a few minutes to prep for my very first live stream here on YouTube. Hey guys, it's me, Hannah. I'm working through a 24-hour crochet challenge for an upcoming video, and I thought it would be fun to get on here and kind of hang out with anybody who's around, wants to hang out with me. I worked on a 6-day star blanket using Betty McKnits pattern, which was trending in the crochet community a few months back, and hung out with some of you guys, which definitely made the time go by faster. Though I didn't make a lot of progress on the blanket. Let me know if you stopped by and either have any feedback or would want to do more live streams with me in the future. After ending the stream and getting to a good stopping point with Betty and the star blanket, I took a few minutes to find a beanie pattern to put this chunky weight yarn from my stash to good use. I found a free pattern from Yarnspirations. All patterns will be linked below, by the way. And I got to work. It's a pretty easy pattern made up of single crochets in the back loop to get that ribbed look. This is definitely a pattern I will use again, though I may have to make a few adjustments. You'll see. During the stream, we chatted about how crochet is basically an endurance sport, and it is tough to get that dopamine hit from a completed project, especially when making bigger pieces like blankets. Luckily, this hat was going by a lot more quickly. That is, until... Okay, we are just short of 7 hours in. I've run out of yarn for what was supposed to be my easy win. So if I get to a point where I simply cannot keep working on the other projects I need to work on or want to work on, maybe I'll run out and get some more just to get that little dopamine hit. But I have plenty of other things to work on. I want to keep this 24 hours moving, so I'm going to switch back to the gingham blanket and see if I can put another couple hours into that and get another row or two done. Here is progress on the blanket so far. Not that much, not that much more than when we kicked this thing off. So let's see what I can get out of this before it's time for a dinner break. It's been over 10 hours. It is 11:34 p.m. I'm definitely feeling a little sleepy, but I did just re-up some coffee, so I'm hoping that will help me get through at least another hour or two. I have been bopping back and forth between projects just to keep myself interested. I'm currently back on the 6-day star blanket, which is coming along nicely. I'm feeling pretty engaged with this project. The gingham blanket, I think I have another row of the checkers done. That's the one that I'm bored with, if that makes sense. Frustratingly, I ran out of yarn for the beanie that I'm making. I'm gonna need to go pick up more yarn tomorrow. I would certainly pause in order to go run that errand, but maybe if I line it up with a coffee run or a breakfast run or something like that, it might work out. I might need that brain break, but I was definitely looking forward to having that as something I could count as a fully completed project within this 24-hour period. The hexagon cardigan, did I say that right? I'm getting sleepy. That sounded so weird. The hexagon cardigan isn't necessarily a gift that I have with anyone specific in mind, and very likely to become something I just keep and wear for myself. So it's definitely lower priority for me. I may turn to it just as, again, a switch up, keep my brain engaged on what I'm doing here. But because it's not a gift, and because this whole video is sort of inspired by my race to the finish line that is Christmas, it just might take a back seat for the rest of the video. I don't know yet. Blankets are hard, man. We'll see how much more I can get done. I want to at least finish the first day of the 6-day star blanket and maybe get one more row done on the gingham blanket before I throw in the towel for the evening. So I'm going to get back to it. I'm doing it. I'm getting back to it. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, for real. Here we go. It is just before 6 o'clock in the morning. Not a lot of sleep, but woke up on my own. Maybe a cat woke me up. Don't worry about it. So I figured, since I was up, we could get back to work. I need some time for my brain to wake up. So I'm gonna go back to working on the gingham blanket and see if I can get a good chunk there. Since I didn't get as much sleep as I was hoping, I think I will go ahead and run out to pick up another skein of the Woolies yarn that I was using for the hat. It's a little break since I've got like 3 hours before stores even open up. So I'll use that as my break point for the morning, and I can get a coffee, another coffee, grab some more yarn, and actually finish at least one project within this 24-hour challenge. And that'll make me feel a lot better. Let's get to work. Okay, I just got back from picking up some more yarn. I grabbed some food and some more coffee while I was out as well. And I cannot tell you how relieved I am to know that I'm gonna have a chance to finish one of these projects today. I am like reinvigorated and ready to jump back in. Let's get to work. My husband is awake. I'm gonna switch gears so he doesn't see us press it. Okay, I've got another 45 minutes, hour on the gingham blanket. I am pretty pleased with progress here so far. Darling husband has stepped out, so I'm going to go ahead and switch back to the beanie so I can keep chipping away at this. Having these smaller projects in the middle of these couple of bigger projects that I have is helping me make this all make sense. Frustratingly, I am realizing that while I'm almost done with the third kind of like round of the 4 rounds that I need for this, I somehow managed to miss a stitch way back here as I've been moving forward this way. So I think I am gonna go ahead and see if I can undo the stitches up to that point and fix it. I'm confused. This area up here looks kind of questionable.
It looks questionable to me.
I think I'm gonna work from here and try to get back to where I was and then, finish the beanie. I did reduce the pattern size by about 5 stitches because I don't want it to stick too far off of, the top of the head. So I have to keep doing math. I crochet with audacity and really think that it's perfectly fine for me to just follow my instincts on stuff. That's probably my #1 contributor to why this ends up taking me so long and what is holding me back from being a speedy crocheter. How did this end up so big? Like, there's no winning crochet today. Even if I try, like, it's already so chunky, and if I try to double cuff it, it would definitely keep you warm. I did, while I was at Michael's, pick up a knitting machine, like a hand cranked knitting machine. I think that honestly that's the style of beanie my darling husband would prefer in general, but I don't knit. I mean, I have knitted before, but crochet tends to be my preferred medium. Not right now though. Let's switch gears and work on the star blanket. I'm a little over 18 hours in. I think I've done each of the rounds on the 6-day star blanket 2 or 3 times each because I keep messing up, misreading the instructions, and I'm up to here. Gosh, it is so rewarding when it is going right. So I think I'm gonna do a little bit more and then spend the last maybe 4 or so hours on the gingham blanket. It's not even gonna be close to done. It's just we're going to have put a dent into it. And as soon as this 24 hours is up, I'm just gonna have to keep crocheting. But I'll be able to do it from the comfort of my bed. Just fall asleep whenever I want to. I'm feeling vulnerable. I think I might need to touch grass soon, but I only have a few hours left. I think if I start my timer again, like right now, and just go for the rest of the time, I'll be done with this entire challenge within a 36-hour time period. So 24 hours of crochet within 36 hours. That's not bad. That's not bad. 1.
Yes.
We did it. Oh, yeah. Feels good to have that done. It is 8:49 p.m. 24 hours of crochet in less than 36 hours. My hands are still on my body. That's unexpected. I did have to throw on a little compression sleeve. I'm not even sure how much it helped, but it at least reminded me not to hold my crochet project so hard. Don't feel that I achieved that much. The number one disappointment was the beanie. It's definitely something I'm going to revisit. I think this is going to be a cute hat once I get it to the right size, but I'm going to frog it, reuse the yarn, potentially make 2 since I went out and bought new yarn for this. We'll see. We'll see what comes of it. With the gingham blanket, we are just short of 10 rows of gingham. With 2 days left until Christmas, I still have approximately 10 more rows of gingham to do. We'll see. The star blanket really put me through the ringer, and yet I'm loving it. That pattern, while very much a puzzle for me, definitely something I'm struggling with, very rewarding, but worth the struggle so far. This has been a humbling experience, and I'm happy to be wrapping it up. Although I say wrapping it up, I mean continuing to crochet until I finish the Christmas projects, but at least I made it through the 24 hours and within a time frame that I am pretty proud of. Thanks for sticking around, for cheering me on through this 24-hour challenge, especially if you made it to the live stream. Huge thanks for joining me there. You can watch back the recording of the live stream. That is available on my channel. And if you had fun watching me do 24 hours of crochet, it would mean the world to me if you would like and subscribe. And if you do, I will see you in 2 weeks for our next video. Take care.